Good evening and welcome to the daily JPL number 11. And so I wanted to talk about the current 3 games that I'm playing on the PS Vita. And the first one is MotorStorm RC, and if you don't already know, MotorStorm RC is free courtesy of Scion. So if you have a Vita, then hop on over to the PSN store and download your free copy of MotorStorm RC. Now MotorStorm is not really like the previous MotorStorm games. It's more like the old Micro Machine games, the old off-road racing game that was in the arcades and PC, where you could steer your little tiny car around a track that you could see pretty much all of through a top-down perspective. So it's kind of like that. The graphics are pretty nice. It's a pretty fun game. Played a few missions, a few objectives, and I'm sort of liking it. And of course, when it's free, it's always better. So make sure that you don't pass up the deal, because if you do, then you're going to have to pay $10 for it. So the next game that I'm playing is Unit 13, which I just started last night. And GameSpot gave it a 7.0, and that seems like it's pretty spot on. Because even though the gameplay is fun, going around different maps and shooting the enemy, and trying to be stealthy and using cover so you don't end up dying. All that is fun, but it just seems like it's missing something, and that's structure. I mean, there's really no story or narrative to be had in the game. It's spread out through 36 different missions, and you're given a quick briefing before each mission, and then it's off to play, and then once you finish that, it's off to the next mission. And so you don't really understand who your enemy is, why you're fighting, why you're there. You're just there. And then the next game is MLB 12, the show, and to be honest, I really shouldn't have bought it. I should have held off for it, not from the fact that it's a bad game or anything, but it's just, I don't really have the patience for it, for trying to learn how to play it well, because, for some silly reason I expected to do really well out of the gate, being able to hit home runs whenever I wanted to, and striking them out whenever I wanted to, but that just isn't the case. So I lost my first game, but it was only 3-2 loss, so it's pretty close, but I'm going to keep trying and see if I can do better, trying to learn the game. But then the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the DLC, the quote-unquote DLC on Street Fighter X Tekken. And I just gotta say, I can't understand why you people out there defend this decision, because, if you don't already know, there are 12 characters on the 360 and the PS3 version that are locked out, and these characters are considered exclusive in the PS Vita version. And the reason why these characters are currently locked out on the console versions is because Capcom says that they want to enable a smooth transition when the Vita version comes out. So you have 12 characters that's physically on your character. I'm sorry, not on your character, but on your game disc. And you can't get to them because you have to wait for a Vita version to come out, and then instead of just having them unlock, they gotta charge you for it? Doesn't that seem unfair to you? Why would you defend Capcom's decision to do this? If you defend them, you're either one of 4 things. You either have more money than you know what to do with, you are probably too stupid to realize that you're being fucked in the ass, or you probably realize that you are being fucked in the ass, but you enjoy having forcible anal sex. Or 4, you probably work for Capcom or are in the video game industry. Now, I've been hearing a defense that's been brought up several different times, talking about how the people who are complaining about this unethical business decision, have some kind of twisted sense of self-entitlement. That's not entitlement. Expecting everything on something that you pay for is not entitlement. It's business. It's like me going to McDonald's and buying a value meal, and then all of a sudden I have to be charged extra for the fries, for me being able to eat my fries. Like, they're going to charge me 10 cents for every fry that I put in my mouth. I'm sorry, I paid for the fries. I paid for the whole fucking combo. Why are you charging me to eat my own food? Does that not make sense to you? I mean, how much clearer do I have to make this? Do I have to paint you a fucking picture? Do I have to I don't know, do I have to take big giant block letters, like magnetic letters, and just spell it out on a fucking refrigerator? Come on! There's no reason that you should be defending this. You're giving bad names to the gaming community. You're sending a bad message to the publishers, saying it's okay to be ripped off. Don't show these publishers any empathy. Start showing sympathy for yourself and your wallet. You're the victim, so act like it. Don't develop some kind of Stockholm syndrome because you're being taken for ransom by these publishers. I don't know how else I can put this. I'm at a loss for words, really. I'm embarrassed to be a gamer because of gamers like you that are defending companies like Capcom. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching.